Welcome to the Healthy Church Staff Podcast, where we tackle what makes a great place to serve. Today we're going to talk about teamwork. My name is Todd Rhodes. I'm one of the co-founders over at chemistrystaffing.com, and I'm your host right here on the Healthy Church Staff Podcast. Okay, today we're going to talk about, does your staff feel like they're on the same team, or are they just folks who clock in together? We started to talk about this topic yesterday on the podcast. If you missed that one, go back and listen to it. But here's what we found from our survey of about 1,000 church staff people that responded last year, and we found that 66% of church staff surveyed felt a strong sense of teamwork. Now, that's good news, but there's still about a third of your staff, if your church is normative, who don't feel that way. So let's dive in. Let's unpack those numbers. About 66% feel that a positive sense of teamwork exists in their church, but about 15% disagree. And that's way too many people feeling isolated or unsupported. Plus, there's about 20% that are just on the fence. They're unsure about teamwork. So that's our key to improvement. So what are we going to do for the majority? Okay, maybe your church already does social events, team building exercises. Maybe it's just a part of your culture to help each other out. Whatever it is, keep doing it. Celebrate those wins. Celebrate teamwork where you see it. Call it out and reward those folks who go the extra mile. Remind everyone how crucial working as a team and working hand in hand is to your mission. Now, for those 15% who feel left out of your focus, why are they disconnected? It could mean that more team activities, maybe some better communication within your teams, maybe just having a little bit more collaborative projects can fix this. But leaders, it's really important to find out the specific problem, and then you can address it effectively. Just sticking your head in the sand is not an option here. If you have people that aren't team players or people that you sense that they don't feel connected, that there's not a lot of camaraderie, or they don't feel like they're a real integral part of the team. If you sense that there's people like that, you need to start having some conversations and try to get them involved in the process, to get them connected with the team or get them collaborating with other people on the team. It's going to make a huge difference, not only in their happiness, but how long they stay and minister at your church. Okay, so let's move on just briefly to about the 20% that are neutral. Now, when we asked the question, or when we gave the statement, we said, do you disagree, strongly disagree? Do you agree, strongly agree, or are you neutral? And about 20% of those 1,000 people said that they were neutral. Maybe they're new. Maybe they work in a more isolated role, a specialized role, or maybe they're just unsure how much support they can really count on. But as a leader, as a church, you need to get them connected. Give them chances to interact with other teams, maybe outside of work, share successes where teamwork's made a difference, and ask them directly, as I said, have those conversations once you identify them. What would make your work environment feel a little bit more team-focused? How can we get you more involved? So bottom line, even with a majority of response, and we would all want 100%, everyone feels supported. We would want it for everyone, even 100% of people, to feel supported in our church workplace. But keep workshops on communication, maybe having teams of different people from different departments, mix it up a little bit, maybe adding some of those core values of teamwork to your church. Those things are really going to make a difference, but you have to have a plan, a systematic plan for teamwork, so that you can regularly evaluate how you're doing. Are you moving the needle? How supportive is your culture? How does it feel? How are we doing at pairing up experienced staff people with new staff people to build those bonds and to build those friendships and relationships and to foster that teamwork? Can we do it informally? Do we need to do it maybe a little bit more formally so that in the future, after those introductions can be made, it can be a little bit more organic as they build trust and make space? Really think about it. What do you have to do to have a team that just clicks? Everyone needs to support each other. The communication has to be great, and they have to feel like they're hitting their goals, like their work is making a difference. That's really what we want for all of our church staff. And positive trends, as you're tracking them, will show that you're on track. But there's never, it's not something that you can just flip a switch and say, okay, yeah, we have a great teamwork here. Everybody's on the team. You can always do better. And you can do better by investing in your people, by celebrating wins and teamwork every chance you get. And remember, a connected team is a successful team. That's really important to remember. Hats off to you and your church as you continue down this road of collaboration and teamwork. It will really make a difference. Hey, if you have not taken the 2024 Church Staff Health Assessment, we look at issues like teamwork and see how you are doing and how you're feeling about your church and your role and your role on the church staff. If you've not taken the assessment this year, I would encourage you to do it. You can just head over to churchstaffassessment.com. It's an absolutely free survey that you can take anytime. It's only going to be open for another, I believe, a week and a half or so. So make sure if you can do that today, even right now, that would be great, just over at churchstaffassessment.com. And then early in the summer, we're going to take all of the responses that we get, we're going to put them all together and deliver for you an absolutely free report on how church staffs across America are doing in 7 key areas of church staff health. That's going to be a really interesting report. We're already had a few hundred people take the assessment already, looking for a few hundred more. So that would be great if you could go over to churchstaffassessment.com. And if you have any questions for me, any maybe topic ideas for a future edition of the Healthy Church Staff Podcast, I would love to hear from you. You can email me anytime at that's the wrong email address. You can email me anytime at podcast@chemistrystaffing.com, podcast@chemistrystaffing.com. If there's any way that I or someone on my team here at Chemistry Staffing can come alongside your church, or help you with a new staff member search, we would love to be able to do that. You can just reach out to me anytime. Podcast@chemistrystaffing.com. And I hope you'll join us again here tomorrow for another edition of the Healthy Church Staff Podcast. Have a great day.